I'd like to read from 3 sequences this evening. First off from Eurochants. Eurochants is in 3 sections of 11 poems each, and the idea is that the poems echo one another across the sequences. So I've chosen 4 poems and 4 echoes. Fogged cave, hours tenebrous, a Camden Town alba, preteritions, rainbow bands lent selflessly to pacify letters. The courtesy's soul observes, song a moiled vein, monkish desire for paupered spirit, speech prints 2 voices, a phantom tongued. Annotation unintended, Guglielmi, le double pouvoir, or Selenic reverie astray, l'océan d'esprit trompdans. Privation and attractive taint, the readerly asleep to facts, rendition then a quittance, jet trail before lunar, indeterminate a kiss before dying. This one is for Sean Bonney, and it's a response to Sean's response to Baudelaire's À une passante. Trilobé triangulates a public space, traffic hurlé, its liminal channels, street talk drowned. In black ink, grief's fugitive run down, de-iced, Zweifinger and deer, crushed velvet, diachronous, oniric minglings, cieli vide, bas de sa vulve, saw looking back, oh, toi, gap fond, measure of irrelation, a moot absence, distances, the nothing, beauty tongued. One with an epigraph from Paul Celan, those who stay behind and wave know nothing. Quai de départ, dark, moist, clinging, clothes scuffed, a suitcase of cash empty, trucks back on Bahnsteig 2, currency restricted, business dealt lots, thistles measure, embankments collapsing, trunks blurred with the word for home. Vagrant, goods yard, subsistence from stone, obol, tongue, shadow, poppies, bridge, displaced, a transient caress, network, Svetiver, outgarden, Marchfeld, slipped through the grids, injuries recede to the point, zeros replicate, sleeping car intertexts, a poor exchange, tracks, abstracted, memory confused, survival lines crossing, dreamless deletes, lovers, location as fable, beyond the arc lights, objectively lost. An epigraph from Cesare Pavese, Sarai tu, it will be you. Blue skies, thinking, nomadic, sunyata, an odour of stone, quel vuoto lontano, tra le case, objectified, nothing. Analog, migrant. From its borders to rewrite the tribe, al centro del mondo. Where are you in the indifference di borgate, tristi, beduine, streets delivered of old hurts, Heimkunft for la scavatrice? Comptons les jours in doorways, caves, le scandale du silence, graffiti erase, la main de l'ombre qui vous prend. Retornos de la mort in faceless crowds, one last telepathic plea and lost to sight, tourner douloureusement le coin, a damaged case abandoned at arrivals. And the echoes, I hope. Sea mist, Ulysse. Dilapidate the landing stage, le sutra de non-retour, urban pool for foreign soil, tutta sua dolcezza carried over, qui cesse de clignoter, blurred clusters distant. Beyond the Thames, a summer night's reverse image screened. Some other time, invocative shutdown to another tune, la sua loquela non pas su répondre, untraced, epitaphic, not altering by one iota the things love keeps us from. And one more for Sean. Scrambled solvents, crushed lusts, crowd to spat, break, street skirt catastrophe, flesh itch, lines, tongue, black piss, night fugitive, lip hooked, oh, toi, split time triangulates, a wish, talk drowned. My face, a public space, traffics, love at first sight, griefs froze, stigmated instant, gaze bewitched, livid, pitiless, veiled farewells. An epigraph from Alifar Katoure. J'ai quitté mon pays. Smoke screens about no fixed diaspora, metaphoric a Kafka affect. Adieu savon, a fault in the joints split, press gang aspens, tremble assent. Métis employed, a bridge meaning sense. J'ai trouvé le métro. Traffic between cultures, un porto disperato. The faceless response native to that frustrates. A choice of tranche, mother tongue encoded fetish. L'image du mot dans mot, tattoo transliterates. Heel straight, knuckles, nominative abstracts, un petit boulot for station, doorway, raw skin statistics, under the clock, historic parole refashioned. And finally, one with an epigraph from Roland Barthes. I remember, in order to be unhappy or happy, not to understand. L'histoire bourrée de thèmes, remade in the act, bouquet sur l'échafaud, a play versed in your loss, rendered between tenses, endless, becoming an end in itself. L'imparfait murmure, derrière ce présent, s'abrira una porta. Utterance for iter, rating anachronous, her figure liquidates a serial absence, Charing Cross Road, Bastille, Piazza di Spagna, the chronic image traced in it ink, a vagabond obsession, ce théâtre du temps, tu rientrerai, le leurre de la mémoire, et lucevan le stelle. From an unlovely street, exit to the overture. Too late to perform, the last draft of her script reads, Our children. Second set is one I've most recently completed. It's called technically The Gap Plugged, and it'll be in the new book from Fear. I'm going to read about half of it. It started off with an initial focus of Duchamp's Large Glass, but it's not in any sense about that. It's not about anything very specific, I guess. More generally, it's a kind of erotics of space, that's to say, of domestic and personal space, not of any kind of sky pilotry. It has a proem, 14 numbered sections, and prose interludes. As I say, I'll just read half. Omit pneumatic, modifier sideshows exploit pert surface, annex descent mechanisms wired for excess, of stainless mutual anticipates, oblivion, valvular, corrective uprights, inscription, writhing, hypothesized discarnate, lacks heel section, clamped, semantic, equates fiction power, objective programmed, impersonal and absurd lure. Category error, the context, the body, eclectic, escalator service, withdrawn, before dishonour, icons to animate, discharge this discourse. Public property by verbal permission, célibataire, upskirt, a skeletal transfer, bulbs, flash, reductive, adorable, a stellar prosthetic, toying demonstrably, spasms levelled out. 1. Sightline fantasies, a florid ascent, materialised, bar possession, oubliette figurative, beseeching arrest, bird and encrypted Isis, perched, yearning, epithet free, to harness division, lapse, value added, exclude the locked on, robotic upshot, pedestrian elevation, oppressive idioms, aspirational endorsed, unitary, unidée, the pejorative process, plus profonde, de l'infini, for instance, restricted circulation, limited, belying, genital eulogies, stoppages, capillary, loss account, snapshot. How describe the shades of emotion to be experienced at the limits of claustrophobia and philia, pose the premature burial and the man of the crowd to asphyxiation for kicks? A dread-filled avidity, perhaps. For Michael Rifater, the superi symbolises despair, frustration, yearning, the stuff of lyricism. It is stabilised as delay in a surrealist image. Dawn and its dark mist first cause. A raised blind stains the obvious. Soho. Cubicle to report, source bruise. Exposed root, the text ravishes. Degrees of substance. Impulse witnessing, superior mass. Couchette at a stretch, bodily. Axiomatic, distinction, not division, sketching tenuous faults. Distilled from fog, algorithmic triptychs, refined, Cartesian. Escape, merely local, a Bakelite compact. Beading shadows, the phone booth statement, Miltonic dematerialize.